Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Once again, you are welcome to Entertainment Talks with Comfort Convo. So today, once again, I am blessed with the presence of a very special person. So the person that is here tonight with us, she is a mother, she's a grandmother, she is a career woman, she is a woman fearfully and wonderfully crafted by God Almighty. She is a servant of God. And why not? Of course, she is here because she is also an entrepreneur and one of the founding members of OnPassive, who has refused to go to sleep until those who are supposed to be on board are there. And I will happily present to you Ms. Sade Cole-Fakunle as you go ahead to share, subscribe, and stay tuned, listen to her story and get inspired. Sade, you are welcome to Empowerment Talks.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity that you have given me to come online and share whatever you're going to ask me about. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Sade Cole-Fakunle. I know everybody call me Kole, but it's actually
Okay.
Cole-Fakunle. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you
but
so much.
cool doesn't sound African. Why is it cool? It should be cool so that it makes it home, right?
It's actually funny. My last name is Cameron Cole.
Oh, okay.
So can you imagine if I had Sade Cole, Cameron Cole,
All
or
right.
Sade Cameron Cole, Fakunle? That would be too long,
Okay.
right?
I
So
just want, I'm happy with Sade, though, 100%. I'm satisfied with that. So
actually,
keep,
my friends calls me Sade Cole. They called in two names together.
all
So
right.
inseparable.
All right. So thanks for accepting our invitation. And we're really happy. I'm excited that finally you are here looking so beautiful and so sweet. So thank you. And once again, welcome. So if you can, please just go straight to the point and tell us where exactly are you calling from?
I'm actually calling from Dallas, Texas. I live in
Okay.
Dallas, Texas.
All right. So how is it there today? How's,
Well, it's been, I'm not sure if you can hear the fan behind me. It's kind of warm. The AC is
oh,
not taking it
all
because I
right.
have all these computers.
You're making
Yeah,
me
it's very
jealous
warm
because,
today.
oh, good.
It's very,
Sounds
very
good.
warm.
It's been a cold, a chilly kind of sunny, chilly day here today, but
Well,
in the
not in
UK. But
Texas.
yeah, okay, good. So, thank you for coming. Before we go ahead, if you can, please just take some time. I know I've started doing some introduction, but I cannot tell you about you more than you can tell me about yourself. So, if you can, why not tell us about yourself as much as you would like us to know about you? Thanks.
Well, I am a mother. That is the one thing that when people talk about success, I will say that raising up children has been my own success in life. I am a minister of the gospel. I'm
Okay.
a minister of the gospel. I was ordained minister in London in 1996. We moved to the States in 1996 as missionaries. I am an entrepreneur. When my kids were young, I have six of them. I had four biological children, and then I raised two that were my aunties, my sister and my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
So I raised six children, and they're all doing great. My first three are grown up. The ages range from 44, 41. One is gonna be 40 soon, and then my youngest is 21.
Wow.
So I have been a mother, but at this very present time, I'm in the rest of God. Some people will call it empty nester. It was not completely by choice, but I'm enjoying it.
Right.
I'm an empty nester. I live with my husband. We met 11 years ago. We've been married, going 7 years strong. Um, I have NGO, but I'm gonna leave that till
Yes,
later. Yes,
just
but
let everything come on due time.
yeah, so that I
Yes,
don't. Yes, I
you're
just want
right.
to say, but I love my life. I work as an accountant,
Okay.
so it gives me room. I work from home. I've been working from home for the past 1 year, which is the best thing that has happened to me. I don't like COVID, but I'm taking every opportunity of what it has brought
Yeah.
and using it to the glory of God. So
Okay.
yes, that's
Oh,
who I am in a nutshell.
That sounds good and interesting. How does it feel like being a grandmother at this very young
I don't know
age?
why
A
I keep
young
shutting
grand.
my video.
I know. Stop doing that. Everybody wants to see your beautiful face, to be honest.
Maybe
So
I'm shy. I don't know.
you're not.
Yeah, I bet people will think, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So being a grandmother, it's a different situation. I know I am a grandmother. I have not
Yeah.
seen my grandbaby yet. I think
Oh,
it's going to be about 3, but I have not been privileged to see my grandbaby yet. But I
okay.
am officially a grandmother. And I have, like I said, I
You're
have,
counting your blessings.
I'm, it's, yes, I did said it the last time. I just got a new laptop and I don't know, I don't even know. Air blows it.
All
It's,
right.
what do they call it? You know the one you touch?
Oh yeah, the touch screen one,
Touch,
very
touch.
sensitive. Yeah.
So I got to keep my hands together like this. So,
Yeah.
yes.
Right.
So as I was saying, so my 4 children are here in the state. The other 2 that I helped raise, they're in England. So it's been a wonderful experience being a mother.
Right.
I think that is the greatest achievement of my life,
Mhm.
even though sometimes you feel the enemy wants to rub that away. But I know what I know. That is the greatest success of my life, was raising children. I started raising them at 17 years old.
I
So I
know.
started pretty young, pretty young.
How I was going to ask because when you tell the age and so on, I'm
Yeah,
like,
my
okay.
my my eldest son turned 41 this year.
Wow. So you were a teenage mom.
Yes, I
How
was.
how how was it like? What was the experience
You
like?
know, that's what made me who I am today.
I can see where your success
It really
story is coming from.
Yeah, it really has made me who I am
Yeah.
today. It was not a pleasant thing. Nobody praised that for their children.
Yeah.
But when God, who has plans for our future, allows certain things to happen that we can never explain, my son was the best thing that happened to me by the time I was 25. Like, wow.
Oh.
Yes, it was. Yes. So, and he is still the best thing that happened to me, because I could
Oh.
have done what everybody else does with their stuff, but with a very strong and mighty hand, God said, no, you can't do that.
Right.
So I had to go through that. So
Yeah.
I'm a
This.
happy mother today.
Oh, thanks be to God. That is so good, and I think you have done a lot of things with your young age, from being a teenage mom to being trained into the mission, or to train as a servant of God and so on, and then running through life and all of this. How have you been able to manage all of this, especially because I know that ministry itself is a whole package of its own, and raising children and all of those. So how have you been able to manage all of those and still look this good?
Oh, thank you, sis. I don't have a church of my own, but I have a ministry to
Mhm.
women. But I was not saved when I had my child. I got saved when I was 25.
Okay.
And life has not been easy, but thank God that I got saved at 25, because I don't know how I would have gone through life without. But the question you asked, I said, having a child at 17, I was 3 months to my 18th birthday.
Oh.
And the experience that I have had at 25, I had 3 children. They were teenagers that were under my care.
Hmm.
So I've had to grow up faster than now. I grew up too fast. So now you can't tell my age, because my youth was shortened. And I really struggled with that for a very long time. I did not know why. I couldn't relate to older people. I could only relate to younger people, because that's where I got stopped.
Right.
But after a few I had a friend who is a psychologist that helped me a great deal
Mm-hmm.
to go to kind of know that, hey, you need to grow out of this. You need to grow out of this. Because sometimes I act like a child,
Mm-hmm.
not intentionally.
No.
I'm
Right.
just in my youthfulness,
Right.
and it's really paying off now, because I do things like a 40-year-old, and I love it. Yeah, so it's been a challenge, but see, when you have God, you have everything.
Thanks.
It's been a challenge. Life is still a challenge,
Mm-hmm.
but there's
Sure.
hope. in my future. So I go through each day knowing what I know. There's hope in my future. It doesn't matter what it is right now. I know there's hope in my future, and especially there's hope in my future.
I know. Wait, let's get there. No. So this is so good. And all right, you are already inviting yourself here. When you have, you're not done with the interview on the table now, because you have to come back and tell us you minister to women. You want to tell us all you have gone through, how it has made you stronger than you thought you could ever be. But that's a topic of its own for another special day. So let's now just gradually transition into the crux of the matter while we are here. Yeah. So it's all about OnPassive. Yes. So how did you ever come to know about this business, OnPassive?
It has to be a miracle, because in 2015, God gave me a vision for an NGO in 2015. And I've been trying to be a philanthropist, but I only had a 9-to-5 job. Oh. And I'm trusting God because the vision, what God told me is I'm going to finance ministries that are doing what he has called me to. The name of the NGO is, it's not in Nigeria, but it's registered here in the US. It's called Fresh Hope for the Fatherless. And God told me that it will be in 3 continents where I have lived. I was born in Nigeria. I went to school in England. I have been living in the US since 1996. By the way, we came into the US as missionaries. And I'm just about to enter into that after this empty nesting. Now we're about to really do what we were called to do. Right. So in the process of trying to find ways to raise money, I had called, I was not looking for OnPassive, so please hear me. I was not looking. Right. Because I thought I found something that I wanted to share with a founder. I did not know anything about OnPassive, so I called this founder up and I said, hey, we said we're not doing any MLM until we find something that we can be partaker of this starting point. And this one is new. It was a supplement that a friend of mine, a medical doctor, started a supplement in Nigeria. I just invested about $4,000. So I called this man and I called this friend of mine and I said, I found something. So I'm explaining, I said, oh, you're doing that again?
If that friend of yours is a founder, you're allowed to call their name here.
I can.
I do that a lot.
My sponsor, if you don't know, is PSO. So I call PSO up. Yes, I'm saying it out here.
Trouble. Okay, yeah. Right.
I said, I need to show him something. He said, oh, you're doing this now? I thought you said we shouldn't look at any MLMs anymore because we've done quite a few, sis.
Right.
So, and he said, oh, I got something better. So my ears went up. He said, yes, this one too is in the launching process. They have not launched because that's what we were looking for. Something that has not launched. I don't want to be working for people and can't find where I'm going. Yeah. So he shared it with me. I'm not kidding you. And then he told me how much it was going to cost. I just paid $4,000. And I said, what did you say? He said $97. I said, how do I do this? He said, okay, I'll send you a link. Right now, I'm sitting down, I'm listening to him. My husband is just behind me. And I said, honey, we got, he said, count me out.
Shut it. I love.
So I said, okay. So I went ahead and I signed up. And PSO told me that once you sign up, we're not recruiting, but you need to share this. And before you share it, get the kids in. So I want to get the kids in. My husband saw that I'm going on within an hour, 6 people. My husband said, send me the link.
I know, right?
That's how we got into it. So my first day, I had like 6 people. And I'm serious, I've been going crazy after that. Because I have a mission. I just needed something to help me. And this came so easy. So here I am, sis. Okay. Still not so. I'm sleeping now.
I know. It's so sweet because this thing we call OnPassive, permit me call it this thing because it's so contagious. The moment you really listen well and you get it, you just want to I'm actually hugging it. I was the one who was against it when it entered this house. I was like, I can't listen to that. Go ahead. I wish you all the best. But I've hopped in now, actually own it, because that's just OnPassive for us. And by the grace of God, we'll definitely get there. So
Amen.
now, what have you done? Because you have done quite a few of them. This sounds interesting. So you are the right person to tell us. You are just from investing 4,000 good dollars, US dollars into this business. And then you turn around and you get about $600 to invest in another business, which you just turn around like, oh. So what's the difference here between OnPassive and these other ones that you've done? Because let us know.
I've done quite a few.
Yeah.
And I've been leader in quite a few too. But this particular one that my friend showed me, I was so sure this was it. But $4,000, $97. My friend has to ship products to me, and then I have to put it on Amazon, all that kind of trouble. If she's listening to me now, sorry, sis.
Yeah, let's apologize.
There. Once we get OnPassive going, we'll put yours on there too. Sure. But anyway, I didn't say anything to my friend up until now. I just made her register. I said, you need to register this so that when we launch, you can put your stuff on this platform.
Exactly.
She didn't ask me a question, but I was able to get about $2,000 back. So can you imagine what that $2,000 would do for me? So I started building my team. I have nephews, and I have 3 nephews who lost their mom and dad. They're grown up now, but they still struggle. They're part of so I went crazy registering people. I registered my family. Now I'm beginning to collect money from them because now they're getting it and I'm getting my money back. But I put them there by force. They didn't get it. I had that money. I just signed them up. Sign their children. Now I'm collecting my money back. The difference between OnPassive and anything else that I've ever done is the fact that OnPassive is going to work for me. All I need to do is just share this business. And I'm not forcing anybody. The only people that I force, my kids, they don't even know about this.
I know.
My friends that I love so dearly, because I have we have high school, old girls stuff. And kind of like, I go back, I'll send them links, I'll go back and say, I just want you to do this. I beg some of them. You just have to do this. Believe me. And if we lose, it's only $97. What are we going to lose?
I know. And it doesn't even feel like you've done anything. You're right.
I don't know how to convince people. I think because that amount of money is too little, it's really thrown a lot of people up like, oh, that can't be. That. And then you tell them about what this thing can do and you go, no. And it's true. If I am in my own right mind too, when Sade really want to be Sade and sit down, I have some things going on in my head too, like for $97, who else can I help?
I know.
So OnPassive is completely different from anything that I've known.
Okay.
And that's what I try to let people see.
So you would like to go a bit further with this follow-up question, because it's different from all, and when you found out, like you say, when you finally find out what OnPassive can do, right? There is this other expression, what I've gotten from other family members is like, OnPassive is a one-stop shop. What does that mean? Yeah.
What is a shop? A shop is where you have different products, right? You have different products in a shop to sell. OnPassive has different digital products on one place, one-stop shop. These products are the things we're already subscribing to. I have a Zoom account that is personal to me too, like you do. I work at the office. I use VPN. I work from home to remote. I have GoDaddy. I have 3. They're hosting 3 websites for me. GoDaddy takes my money like every other. They take my money. I know how much I've spent with GoDaddy because I have my own business. I have 2 NGOs, and I have my own personal website. So I have 3 websites with GoDaddy. These are products that I already subscribed to. OnPassive has them. You understand what I'm saying? I'm on Facebook. I have all these social thing that I try to keep myself young, so I can go with it. Go with the young people.
You're really trying hard to be old, but I'm just like,
Sis,
what does she want?
you said it right. I am really trying to feel my age, but I'm not gonna force it. This is what it is.
That's you, and that's your age.
That's just what it is. I didn't ask to be like this. God made it like this, so I'm just thankful, Lord. So one-stop shop meaning every product. We have about 50. Don't even ask me questions about what they are. Please. Anybody that wants to know, go to OnPassive.com and see all our products. All those products, they're going to be one sign-on. One, you sign in and you have access to all your stuff. One-stop. Have you ever heard of it? Never been done before. So that's the one-stop shop with all the digital product that you need to support whatever you're doing. One-stop shop. One stop. This is where it ends.
Right. So you have at least 3 domain names with GoDaddy, and these are 3 different monies that you pay to GoDaddy. And now OnPassive has domain name hosting. OnPassive has community because you talked about Facebook. OnPassive has video conferencing because you talked about Zoom and so on.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
So let's go back to domains because that is where most of the money from you is going. Yes. Are you going to be able to transfer these businesses of yours over to OnPassive?
Oh yeah.
And how is that going to benefit you? If that be the case.
Already, all those NGOs, I already have them registered. They are founders.
Oh, they are okay. So they have founding positions on OnPassive.
Oh yeah.
How does that benefit you? Let us know. Registering them as founding positions. Tell us more about that. That's what we want to.
I will not be paying GoDaddy for no hosting anymore. Once OnPassive go live, I'm gonna move all my stuff over there. You understand? It's my website is already built there. It's not their website. I built my website myself. I'm just hosting it, and they gave me the domain name. All I have to do, move the name, move it to OnPassive. They're already OnPassive they're already founders on OnPassive. So can you imagine all the money that I'll be saving? They just collected 513 from me about 2 weeks ago because I needed a website builder. I needed, what else did they give me? They gave me an email and the website builder, the hosting of my 3 domain names, $513. And they will say, I'll have to pay another one in 3 years because I had to do it was a promotion that was going on. If I did it for 3 years, then I don't have to pay. They gave me a discount. It would have been more than that. Okay.
So apart from the fact that you are going to save $500 and something, is there anything a bit more to that you are going to benefit from OnPassive apart from saving this money you are paying to GoDaddy?
You know what OnPassive does? They're going to make the world know what I do. They're going, sis, when I say they're founders, that means 100% of what they do, of what those domain names do, like those websites, like my Fresh Hope for the Fatherless, it's on there. It's a non-profit. Can you, sis, I'm going to jump the gun now that you brought me to that place.
Right.
You know, one of our products is Obless, right?
Okay.
I sat down one day and I was thinking, we are over 600,000 as we speak, right? Oh, bless. Can you imagine if every founder gives me 50 cents to Fresh Hope for the Fatherless? We have a land. We can build a hospital. Those are the things. We want to build health center. We want to build orphanage and a school with everything on the land. 300,000. Let's say 300,000. Everybody gave me 50. I know some people, PSO won't give me 50 cents. And I know, Mr. Charles, you will never give me, you won't give me 50 cents. You understand? But can you imagine if everybody just gave me 50 cents? That's $300,000 on that project. That's why some people can't sleep. And this is not money that I'm going to make, but this is money that can come into my projects through Oh Bless.
Mm-hmm.
There has always been hope because of what Christ did.
Mm-hmm.
But with OnPassive, to be able to fulfill the reason why God still kept me alive, sis, I am over the.
I know.
I never used to be able to sleep, but I sleep now.
You sleep now and dream and dream. Yeah.
Yes,
So
just dream.
yeah. So all bless, like you were saying, if we get it well, it's a crowdfunding platform, right?
Yes, it is.
Let's go back to the founding positions you have given to your NGOs, your foundations, and so on. Because why people are joining OnPassive is to make residual income. Now you register your foundation as a founding position. Does this position stand to equally get some residual income, or are you just basing your interest on the fact that you not pay rent to GoDaddy and so you make money from Obless? Do you
All
also
right.
stand to get residual income with that name under which you're, yeah?
You know that OnPassive says the reason why a lot of us join is because I don't have to recruit. With one person, just being a founder, OnPassive will work for you. Fresh Hope for the Fatherless does not need to go look for anybody. Fresh Hope for the Fatherless is settled as a founder.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh Hope for the Fatherless will never lack anymore because OnPassive is going to build for Fresh Hope for the Fatherless. But because I am Sade, for me, I have Sade account.
Right.
Sade can move. Fresh Hope doesn't need to do all that. Right. I'm doing all that, but I position Fresh Hope and the other NGO is Inspirational Launch, is going to be for the marketplace. God's taking the gospel to the marketplace. How do we represent Christ now that we're all working from home? We don't get that interaction anymore. These are things that God gave to me before 2015. I had all this in place. 2 weeks, let me tell you, sis, 2 weeks after I launched Fresh Hope for the Fatherless last year, 14 days after that, sis, I got in contact with OnPassive. I just joined. My launching was August 1st, 2020. On the 14th of August, that's when I was introduced to it. That cannot be anything but God.
Wow.
For 5 years, I've been waiting. God, you told me I'm not going to beg people for money, but how is it going to happen? Now I see. Clear. What am I going to do? I have to beg anybody?
No, not all.
I just need to use my team, sis.
That's it.
I might not even come to Obless for. I let other people don't have needs go to Obless.
Okay, you have just used a word that can cause someone to like, because you are actually getting people fired up, I believe. And the moment you say you are just building your team, it makes us look like you still have to build the teams that the network marketers would build. Because yes, so what do you mean when you say you're building your team?
All right. When I'm building my team, I'm building the people that are in my team. I'm building my team. Do you understand? Okay, so when I introduce this business to you, Sister Comfort, I'm going to encourage you to do what I'm doing, right? And the fact that I'm helping you, I'm definitely going to get what I need done. You don't have to. OnPassive says, that's why it's OnPassive. You can choose to be passive. You can choose to be active. You see, I have so much to do. Why would I? No. This opportunity that God has given to me, I know without a shadow of doubt, this is God-given. Right. We've been waiting for this wealth transfer. We prayed, we fasted. God said he's going to do it. And some of my fellow believers that know that we've been believing God because the word of God says it. There is going to be that transfer of wealth. Right? And they see opportunity and they're still waiting to have a dream or a vision for somebody to tell them to join. Seriously, this time that you have given to me, not only do I want to express what I have experienced, but I want to challenge other people. Bible said that we should cast our bread upon the waters. After many days, it will return. But If you cast it one time, and because it didn't come back, and then you stop casting, you're gonna miss the real thing when it comes. I'm just using, like Mr. Charles said, he coined those 3 things that he needs to check out on any business. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And once he asks those questions and they can't answer, he goes, boom, that's not for me. The reason why he's here and he's on a mission to do this is because he's seen it. And this man has been in so many other things.
Right. I would like to come back to one thing you say. You say your fellow men and women of God. Some are still doubting. Just I think you actually came after another senior man of God. I think both of us will respect him because he is our senior. So, but Chaplain Dr. O, he was here a few days ago, and he says he tried sharing OnPassive. I think either he shared or someone shared with a lady who is a minister of God, and she said she managed to, I don't know where she saw Ash, because the corporate meetings we have, they don't go public. I don't know where he watched maybe one of the YouTube videos interview or something, and Ash did this love sign thing. And she said it's kind of the mark of the devil. That thing is devilish, and so she cannot be part of it, and so on. But then you are here like calling on them, say no, come and join us. What reason do you want to give them and to convince them that this thing is like, it's just a blessing and not that devilish as you think, and
it's not
and
a
so
curse.
forth?
Yes. No, two things. The first one, God has given us the power to make wealth, right? So that we can fulfill the plan that he has. He has given us the power to make.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of us haven't made. And then an opportunity shows up. We're afraid to take the step of faith, I call it.
Mm-hmm.
It's only $97. It's a step of faith. We have put money. I just put money in. I just put $4,000 on another thing.
Right.
That is not as promising as this. I mean, I can say it with all sincerity. It's not. I'm going to have to do the work. This one, I'm not working. So when we, as the body of Christ, when money comes to us, and I'm talking about real, genuine believer. I'm not talking about people that are just consumed about the things that they have here that they can't take anywhere else. I'm talking about the people that know why they're living. If God brings what is coming to me, I already have things in place. Seriously. I live in an old home. I love my home, but I would like a newer home. But I like this home because I don't have to think about mortgage. It's done. Do you understand what I'm saying, sis? Most of the people that needs money is because of what they want. Yes, there is no way that the petrol passes through pipe, that the pipe doesn't enjoy the flow of it. I will enjoy the blessing of God.
Right.
But my focus is so full of what God wants. We can accomplish, we can win soul to Christ. We feed them. That's what he did. He fed them, and then he preached the word. We are not even fed ourselves. How do we feed people? We can't create an environment for hospitals. You know, I'm from Nigeria, okay? The kind of money that has gone through that country, and people have not used it for good. God is blessing people. Sis, I know for a fact, believers that are listening to me, if you have doubt in your mind over $97,
right,
you will miss the opportunity of $1,000. $97, take a risk with it and just dabble into it. Just pay that money, $97, and just imagine what you can accomplish, not just for your family, but for the CEO said he wants to make them Mother Teresa, right?
Yeah.
He said he wants to make the most millionaires any company has ever raised. You know what? I want to see where this is going. I want OnPassive to launch as soon as possible, but if OnPassive takes its time, I'm not in a hurry. It's a done deal. You understand? You wake up in the morning, there is hope. There is hope. It's not that there wasn't hope, but there is hope that what God has called us to do, now we have something to do it with.
Mm-hmm.
When this money comes, imagine, not only in the United States where we live, where I live, you live in UK, there's so many things that we can do.
Right.
We can come together to do things that is too big for one person. But just imagine what we can accomplish and the people that will see that for a fact, this is real. We want to show love.
Right.
We want to show love, but we don't have what it takes sometimes. We don't have what it takes sometimes. So if this comes, then I don't know what my excuse would be. Then God can look at me and say, but you told me you are going to use this thing for this thing, and now what is going on? I can't drive 2 cars.
Exactly.
You understand? My husband just blessed me with a CLS 500. Which car do I need to buy? Sis, you understand? I'm saying this to say that I don't have the need like that. It's the vision that God has given me that has consumed me. That's it.
Wow.
That's what I'm consumed by.
I know. Yeah, that's it. So
sorry about this.
I know what OnPassive does. All right. So I don't know you that I don't just know you now. We have been there already for over a year and we know what it does to us. So because it's taking its time, like you say, because it can only be launched when it's ripe, right? That the registration is still ongoing. Is that is like there's this song, there's room for someone to there's still room for someone. So let that person hop in and think that's what you are actually saying, right?
Yes.
Meanwhile, there's something you said that just coincided. I don't know whether it's a coincidence or God planned it to go like that with something. The next question I had for you, which goes like, I've listened to people like, is it either Cindy Hopkins or Susie McCrae? She says like, you should stop. Oh no, it's Julia Milo. That you should stop treating your $1 million company like a $97 treat. What's that? What does that mean?
Sis, I said it before. Because the price is so little, people don't value it. But if you don't participate, if you don't come to the webinars, if you don't come and listen to the people that have been there since 2018, you don't know why they're there. Why are they still there? They paid $97 too. Why are they doing what they're doing? Why are they having all these webinars all over the place? Why? Because they have caught the vision. For lack of knowledge, the lack of vision, my people perish. People are perishing even in the Go-Founder community because they don't have vision. It's $97. So what? So what? It was supposed to be 997, sis.
Yeah, I know. All right.
So maybe if it wasn't, maybe if it was different, I don't know. But I thank God for Ash for keeping it the way it is so that more people can be able to participate. But founders need to participate to catch it. I mean, we're not different. We all are the same thing. So what makes, and then also, many are called, few are chosen.
Right.
I refuse to be part of the many that are called and then not be part of the few that will be chosen. So the few that are chosen are the people that are running it. So people that are not running it, they need to come into the fold. They need to jump in and really not, so this was the word that I coined. I said to somebody one day, I said, everybody is saying, oh, is it this, is it that? I said, but what if it's not? What if is what pushed me in? Exactly. But what about the other way? I don't want to say, if I had known, if only I had, you see, it can either be what if is why I'm in. I'm taking the risk. What if this thing is real? I mean, I don't want to have to say, oh, I wish. And some people are going to wish because they only have one. They're only themselves and they've been sitting for years because they don't believe it. And we just came yesterday.
Right.
And we said, I have a mission here. So I need to do this.
All right. So there's one thing, because many people, especially new people, either prospects who come to our presentations or people who just join newly, they're like, I get it, because many people understand quickly with network marketing because they know that they are going to recruit to make money. They are going to do auto ship in order to make money. So when OnPassive says you will not do anything, you have 100% time and money freedom. They don't understand. They don't get it, but that's the truth. You don't have to do anything. We don't have to do what we're doing now. It's just because if we keep it, our people will not know that there's something like this, right? However, for you to have that feel, because you can only treat this as your $1 million business when you create that attachment with it. What can other people do apart from going out there and sharing the vision? Because not everybody is like you and I that will run it all the time, right?
Run it.
You know what I'm saying, right?
We really run it.
Yeah, we can't shut up, right? But then there are people who can't talk. But there's a lot that you can do to feel that I am adding value to my business. I am doing something. Yeah.
This is Sade now. I really, honest to God, don't believe that there's some people that can't talk. Except you can't really talk because you are, dumb.
Yeah.
But everybody can talk. You don't have to talk to everybody. Me, I talk to anything that has a head and is on a leg walking. There is no friend of mine that I haven't spoken to. And I understand that. That's my personality. But everybody has a sphere of influence. You don't have to tell the whole world, because it might just be one person out of the people you shared it with that is going to run. You have a friend who is like me. Go after that one. Because once they catch it, but I think the secret is for everyone that says I can't talk is because you have not caught it. There is no way you can catch it and you won't talk.
Right.
There's no way. And then for the people that truly, they're so extroverts or whatever they call them.
Extroverts. Introverts and extroverts.
Yes. Introverts. I'm an extrovert.
Yeah.
They are intro because they are into. Okay. So those ones that says they can't say something. See, honestly, this is serious. And right. I hope some people are listening.
Yeah,
this is the truth. Even if you can't talk to somebody, you don't have to. Mr. Charles does it.
Yeah.
Here is Miss Comfort here. On the Facebook, you can send. I have never seen any business that is so vast that what are you looking for that you can't find? What kind of personality do you need that you can't find? We have them all in OnPassive, right? So if somebody now makes excuse, I really want to do it, but I don't know how. Reach out to the sponsor, the person who sponsored, somebody invited you. Reach out to them. And if you reach out to them and they are intro like you, reach out to another leader. They're all over the place. Reach out to me. I tried doing that. Everybody must make it in OnPassive. If you don't make it in OnPassive, you can't make it in anything else. Because I've never seen anything so easy.
So Ash says, if you can't make it in OnPassive, let somebody pray for you. Is that what you're saying in other words?
Yeah. So, you can't make it anywhere else. This is too easy.
So I want to really know, because like if you can't, let's go back to sharing, because not everybody is able, to be honest. Some people really, it's by nature, right? Not everybody feels free talking and so on. Would it bring any value to the business if we follow ourselves on Twitter, tweet what Ash is putting out there, go to the community and comment and so on? Does that help? Does that bring anything to the business? Just to get to get that feel, because some people don't have the feeling, they're not attached to it because they don't do anything at all. So it's just to help people so that they know that while waiting, this is how you can do to continue to advertise the business apart from sharing with people. Could that be another possibility?
Sis, I will go back again. I have been around people of different sorts. OnPassive has made this thing too easy for anybody. If we have people that are deaf on the platform, we have deaf people that are founders. Please don't give me no excuse about I can't talk. You don't need to talk, you just need to share. Share the link, share the webinar, share the invitation. What does that cost anybody? You're not talking to anyone. You have people. You have people that you can just share it with. You don't need them. You're sharing because you love them. You don't want them to miss this opportunity. So why are you so, you know what? When we are so self-in, that's why we don't share this goodie. How can you keep this to yourself? Sis, I don't know how anybody. Honestly, the truth of the matter is, I think PSO was the one that told me one day, I said, Shade, even if you don't talk to anybody anymore, you're fine. But no, if I can still talk to one more person, I'm going to keep doing it.
Right.
Because you don't know that one person tomorrow that will say, I know I'm going to have a lot of people that are going to send prayers my way because I told them, I said for night, okay, you know what? Let me pay for you. I'm going to pay it because seriously, I did that. I'll pay for you. But when we launch, even if you don't have the 250, I'm going to loan you that too. When we launch, I'm just going to take my $352 first of all. No, sis.
Right. Sure.
What else? Because I believe in this thing. I don't want to be the only one. And then they're like, oh, but you should, you know how our people are. Oh, you should have really put pressure. No, I'm putting the pressure.
I have a friend of mine, Sister Sade, who has been talking to her friend over and over and over. And then she is telling me that, Comfort, you know what? Mark this day. The day OnPassive launches and my friend sees how massive it was and she was not part of it, she will come back to me and say, my friend, why you not be forced me in Pidgin? Why did you not force me? So she has been asking, she actually offered to register on her behalf like you're doing to others. But she like still snubs. But then her worry is that tomorrow she will come and say, why did you not force me? I don't know whether. So I think what we're doing here is like forcing people because it's not our job. This is almost midnight my time. But we're just here because someone needs to hear this and jump on board. Yeah. Because as a team, we can do really much to our communities, right?
The more of us that this wealth comes to, the more we can do. And let's take ourselves out of the picture. This is not about what I'm going to make. It's a done deal. It's what am I going to do? Ash said, I think about a few months ago, I heard it with my ears. He said, dream big. Let me tell you, I started, my dream just blow my, because you would think I should relax by now, right?
Yeah.
Because the dream got bigger. I can't, it just gave me more reason to keep going.
Yeah, sure. I will definitely get there, right?
Amen.
Yeah. So what is now soft launch is fast approaching, right? And we have a lot of stuff to do. So what message do you have now? Because my heart is beating very fast.
Yeah.
That soft launch is coming. I have this, that. But yeah, what message do you have to like founding members and then like to prospects, people who have heard and they have not done anything, or those who are hearing us now for the first time and so on? Just tell them something. What would you advise?
So one thing that I want to say is, it's true the soft launch is fast approaching. Ash is not going to just do it. They're going to give us like a week or so or two, whatever. But we won't have that enough time now to chase after people. As many people as you love, because this is all about love, as you love, whatever you have to do, because we buy Christmas gifts. You know how we do that Christmas gift list thing that is a must thing? If you don't spend $100 for them on their Christmas gift, maybe you should ask for some extra. Open an account for them. When Christmas comes, by this Christmas you will have, but you just know that you have put this in for their Christmas present. Right. Whatever you can do to help somebody. There are some people that really want to do this thing truly. That one, I understand. They don't have money.
Right.
But that they can't use their mouth, or they can't use their phone that they're always on to send the link and say there's a webinar, Mega Saturday. Ooh, what? I mean, seriously? So the time is fast approaching. Help who you can help, if you can. Force who you can force in your family and your friends. Force them. Tell them you loan them the money. How about that? Loan them the money. It would be too sad for even, I would not have regrets. Sis, I'm telling you openly in the air, I would not have one regret because I've gone over and beyond.
Right.
To help, to force, to demand. As a mother, I demand. So I have done all that. So my heart is clear. It's a choice of the people that know me. And now God has given me the opportunity to even share it openly.
Right.
It's not hidden. There's no hidden agenda. Our risk is only $97. And I've lost much more than that in my lifetime. So please, time is running out. Do what you have to do.
Yeah. So tell us a bit more about $97. You say your risk is only $97. Tell us a bit more about how much money is we're talking about here to become a founding member.
Yeah, to become a founding member, all you do once your sponsor sends you a link is $97, and then there's a processing fee of $5, making it 102. I mean, what's the difference between 102? It's $97 because peradventure tomorrow you wake up and you say, I don't want to do, I had a bad dream, I want my money back. Yes, you paid 102, but that $5 went to processing fee. So you get your $97 back. It's free, risk free. I said, after whatever time you've been there, no time limit. Ask for your money. Now, people are asking for their money. The people that can't wait, and their sponsors are buying it. Anybody in my team that wants to go, they are not leaving. I will take the account. I will say, oh yeah, resign your whatever, give it to me. I'll give you your $97 back. Because that position, you've been there long enough to now want to lose it because you read some stupid thing somewhere.
Right.
I'll buy the account.
Okay. Yeah. So that is it. So $97 you can get an account of your own, and then you wait for the launch now.
Sis, let me say one last thing. You know, when you get an account for yourself, I am begging people that only have one account that are listening today. One account, as great as it is, because they said you just need one account, but you are being active by positioning yourself before OnPassive takes off. We all know that if we have shared this opportunity with only 3 people, we stand a better chance. We stand a better chance in how our wealth grows, right? If I'm 0, if I don't have anybody under me, and you have 3 people under you, right? When OnPassive begin to work for us, and they are giving everybody 3 customers under them, mine would just be 3. Yours will be multiplied by 3 because all the 3 under you will get 3. That's the speed we're talking about. It's not because you need to share, but it just makes it faster. It doesn't cost OnPassive for you to have 1 million now. I don't even want to think about it.
So what you are saying here is that your capability to build wealth in OnPassive does not depend on the fact that you build a team. It just depend on the fact that you should be a founding member. Is that what you're saying?
Be a founding member. That's all it is. But if you have a vision like me, I have lives that are waiting for my obedience. I have lives. I'm doing this for the lives that God will allow me to touch in the future. I want enough. I have lived in lack for a long time. Now, it's going to be so much abundance that, you understand what I'm saying? Since there's joy in being able to give as your heart desires. Exactly. But a lot of us want to do it. Now is the opportunity to create the wealth so that you can do what your heart really wants to do. Except if you're not a giver. If you're not a giver, you will not feel the drive to be active. How about that?
I know.
You will be okay with your one because it's all about you. But if it's truly about humanitarian that Ash built this thing for, you will be working because you want enough. Not just a legacy for your own children and your family, but for the world. People that you don't know, that will never pay you back, but you get to heaven and God will say, well done. You used it right. That's what I want to hear. Set people free from the poverty they've known all their lives.
Right. Wow. This is interesting, but you mentioned a point. Actually, we're heading towards the end of the show, but if you could just throw more light on this before we finally shut down. What does someone get to benefit if I have to go in for several names? First, because you made me understand that you can go in for more than a name, right? You can have as many names as you can afford.
Yeah.
So what is the difference? What do I benefit from registering many names for myself?
If you register, if you have many names, as in different names, it could be your name,
Yeah.
but the email, you
Yeah,
know
I
that
mean positions then, like many
yes,
positions. Yeah.
having many position means that I think it's Charles. Oh, I think it's Charles that talks about the building. You know, when you're building, you want to, two people want to build a 9-story building.
Right.
So they told you they're going to start in May. You are in January. So the first person went and started laying the foundation so that this thing can get done faster. So the other person waited. It's the same way when they come. When the builder comes to build, the foundation is already laid. So they just build on what you already have. OnPassive is going to build on what I've already laid.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't have anything laid, they will start from scratch. They are going to build everybody's.
Okay.
But I have made mine faster by preparing the foundation. So please come and do my 9-story building. You understand what I'm saying? So it's
Okay.
really it's a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
No, seriously,
Okay.
it's a no-brainer. Choose to be active because I have a vision. I have a purpose. I have a goal. Sis, I'm going to be 60 next year. How many
60
more
what?
years? Am I going to live another 60?
60 what?
I will be 60. Am I going to live another 60 years? Is God going to give me another? Well, Lord, you can because you said 120. But I don't want 120.
Oh my God.
But
I
you
think
see what
you
I'm
need to be
saying?
on Oprah. If you're talking
So
about 60 months
what
or
I'm
60.
saying is, this is the truth. What I'm saying is, if I don't do what I need to do, God, you know, I'm done with how long I live. Is how well. If God gives me the opportunity that I am, the vision that I see through OnPassive, if God accomplished that in my life and I'm able to do all the things that I've been writing the vision down, sis, for many years. And it's just about to happen. It's just about to.
Wow.
So I am passionate about this thing with all of my soul. Sometimes people look at me and think, what do I need? Sis, I really, honest to God, tell you, I really don't have need for personal stuff.
Right.
I have everything that I need. God is my witness. But if I have everything that I need, and I know even in my family, they lack so much. Sis, can you just imagine what I can do, accomplish for God? People that are struggling to want to serve God, and they think God has failed them so many times. Their mother died, their father died, they've been an orphan, and you create something in their life, and they go out and do the same.
Right.
This is all I have. This is all I have.
I can assure you that I have seen people come and go on this platform and on other many platforms. And what I hear from everybody, the language is all the same. I'm placing this here now because you are the minister, you are a minister of God. Whoever watching us now or who will watch us later, who does pray, should pray that what people confess about what they want to do with this project we're waiting with, may God lead them, because if everybody who has come here and those whom have listened to on other platforms, everybody is selfless, nobody is talking about me. People are only thinking about, because I don't sleep. When I'm lying on my bed, my mind is everywhere in Nigeria because we have over 700,000 as refugees in your country, right? I don't sleep. Yes, I'm just like God. I actually walk the whole refugee camps when I've never been there physically in my dream, because I'm just like, can't wait for this thing to be done. So I'm just giving this now as a prayer request. I am a born again child of God too, so I know what it means when you pray. So it's just about us to, I think, let's remember to pray that God should minister to people to take this vision to its fruition, because the whole thing is about helping people and that's what everybody's saying. So it can be done.
It can be. Amen.
Yes. Yeah. So meanwhile, I would like you to I'll give you another opportunity. If you think that there's another burning issue which you would still like to pass out to our people, you can do that now. And if you have presence on social media, on internet and so on, just tell people what to type on Google or wherever to find you and so on. Meanwhile, I'll still take the right information and pin it on the comment section so that people can click on.
You're funny. The only presence that I have is this one that you've given me today.
All right.
I'm on Facebook,
Right.
and I'm on LinkedIn. Where else am I? I have never done this before. And at first I thought to myself, I wanted to turn it down and say, Sade, you can't turn this down. You just let it be, let God be. And I just pray and I hope that everything that I have said, that somebody somewhere will find encouragement. OnPassive really doesn't need any one more founder. Let's be honest with ourselves. Ash did not know that we were going to be this many. Mm-hmm. But when an opportunity like this is available, why would you look somewhere else? Why would you look somewhere else? So if you are still out there, one leg in, not sure whether you are in or out, come in. The door is about to get shut. Really, really. So please, thank you for listening, Sister Comfort. You don't know. I am so thankful to you. Thank God for what you've been doing. You probably don't know, but when we go back and watch the interviews and the questions that get more clarity, like when you had Michael Williams and all the stuff, and I'm like, and then you want to bring me on, I really feel truly honored, because who am I? But that's why I said, Lord, this is not about me, it's about you. And I know that the Bible said in, I think it's Matthew 24, verse 14, that this gospel must be preached to all nations. All nations must hear. And then he said, then the end will come until the gospel is preached. Yeah, we preach the gospel, but we need to, Jesus Christ fed them. He fed them. They listen. He fed them. I'm not saying that everybody that you feed will hear, but at least that's what he did. And if God has given us the opportunity to be able to feed and then give them the gospel, because this gospel of the kingdom will be preached to all nations. After then, the end will come. But the end ain't coming out because there's still many in the 1040 window that have not had the gospel. So we need money to finish this thing. Right. And OnPassive has given us that opportunity. So if you're a believer and you've been praying to God, fasting, I'm telling you, this is it. Your fasting and praying days are here. Just sign in, register, and be a founder. That's it. Wow. Thank you so much, sis.
Sis, it has been such a blessing and an honor to really have you. And I feel so blessed. I just feel that we want to say thank you to our people who have been watching us and they've been with us here throughout the show. So if you have a question, please type it on the comment section. If you have a comment for Sister Sade, you can put it here. If you agree with what she is saying, just add, because we are just here we are just opening up, it's a skeleton we're putting here. Just beef it up, add more information, give reasons why people should join OnPassive, explain the humanitarian agenda behind the whole thing. That's why we're here. So that is OnPassive for us. And sister, we thank you so much for your time. And thank you too for all that you are doing until OnPassive launches. And I think we'll always will have reason and time to praise God. And yeah, sure. So thank you so much. And just be ready to come back, because you've got a bag of stories you want to unveil here. Just tell us and tell us why. There are lots of whys that you have to explain and bless someone. So this platform, we call it Empowerment Talks, because people come here, they share their stories, both of past successes and failures and so on, through which people get inspired, people get blessed, people get empowered. So that's the essence. And I think that you did not leave, you came really loaded, and we trust God that someone is
going to. I didn't come loaded, sis. I didn't.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, sis, and God bless you. See you again soon.